girls, Mr. Silva here again. I'm going to show you two versions of some bowling with a softball. I'll show you the real easy one first where you just bowl by yourself. I've set up a laundry basket. You can use a box, anything that kind of is that shape. I put a water bottle underneath it. I got my softball. I got my marker here so I know where to bowl from. And I got my timer. What I'm going to do is this is called mousetrap bowling. I'm going to try to knock down that water bottle and land the softball inside the basket. So every time it lands in the basket, I get 1 point. I'm going to see how many I can score in 1 minute. It looks a little bit like this. I'll set my timer. When we bowl, we're going to step with our opposite foot, get nice and low, and roll it. Here I go. Oh, that's 1 point, even though I didn't knock down the bottle. Set it up quickly. Oh, I didn't score because it didn't land inside. That's only 1 point. Time. I only got 4 that time. Hey, boys and girls, you can play it several times. Try to beat your own score or challenge someone else in your house. Hey, boys and girls, this is a second version of bowling. This time I'm going to be using 6 sparkling water cans. You can use water bottles. I happen to have 6 cans, so we have 3 in the back row, 2 right there and 1 right there. And we're going to bowl with a softball. I've marked my spot again. Mr. Tucker's going to kind of help me out. We're going to play against each other. You get 2 rolls to try to knock down all 6 cans. If your first roll knocks all of them down, it's called a strike, and you get the 6 points for the 6 cans, plus a bonus of 4 points, so that's 10 total if you get a strike. If it takes you 2 rolls to knock them all down, it's called a spare, and you get the 6 points for the cans plus a bonus of 2 for a total of 8. Now if I roll 2 times and let's say I only knock down 3 cans, I only get those 3 points. And then you restack them and start over if you're playing by yourself or take turns with your partner. So we'll demonstrate here so you understand a little bit better. I'm going to get my 2 rolls first before Mr. Tucker. I'm going to get my opposite foot forward, and I'm going to roll. Oh, I got a gutter ball on my first roll. 0 points. Oh! So I knocked down 5 in 2 rolls, so my score is 5. And if you had a sheet of paper, you could write that down under your name, especially if you're playing against somebody else. So it's 5. For Mr. Silva. Now Mr. Tucker's going to take his turn. And Mr. Tucker gets 2 rolls.
Same spot.
Yeah. Oh! That's called a spare because it took him 2 tries, so he gets his 6 points plus a bonus of 2, so Mr. Tucker has 8. And that was frame number 1. You actually play 10 frames. So now we're going on to frame number 2. And it'll be my roll. You gotta set those up. So Mr. Tucker has 8, Mr. Silva has 5. We're on frame number 2. So that's 6 plus a bonus of 4. So I have 10 plus 5 is 15. It's 1 more roll. Oh. What's your score now, Mr. Tucker?
So I had a spare the first time and a spare the second time, so that's 8 for each spare. So I'm at 16 as well.
So we only played two rounds right there. You're gonna play a game to 10 frames. Good luck, boys and girls.
All right, so I know you can't see me, but this is a little video on keeping score for bowling. Mr. Silva and I made our modified version where we only use 6 cans. You could still use 10 cans, and you might make the bonuses bigger. We also did not score the spares and strikes the same way you would in bowling, and we're not going to go into how. That's a little more complicated. If you're an older grade level, I recommend looking it up because you guys could probably figure it out pretty easily. But I'm going to show you how to score your modified version that we did in the game. The cool part about this is that this is essentially still a scorecard that you could use for traditional bowling. Okay, so what you see is you see our names. Mr. Silva went first, so he's listed first, then I'm here. And then at the top of every column is the number of the frame. So Mr. Silva and I did just 2 frames, so I'm going to show you that. So Mr. Silva's first bowl, he missed, and so you're going to write a little dash like that. He didn't get any points. And then his second turn, her second bowl in the first frame, he got 5. So you write a 5 here, and then because it wasn't a spare strike, you just write the number, and then you write his total down here. And now it's my turn. And so I believe I also missed, and so I just get that scratch. And then I got a spare, and this is how you mark a spare, this diagonal line across. So you do this in bowling because the scoring is a little different, and you wouldn't actually add your points up yet because it means something different. But for us, it just means a 2-point bonus. So it's the 6 total cans plus a 2-point bonus. So my final score is 8. Now, the reason I wrote this other stuff down is you can easily play with 3 or 4 people. Once you get up to 5 or 6, it's a little too long of a wait between everybody's turn. It's kind of boring. So I definitely recommend doing it with 2 to 4 people. And if you have 5 or 6, just have 2 different teams. And you can even bowl against each other and see whose total is highest. But anyways, on to the next frame. So the second frame, Mr. Silva got a strike on his first turn. And so he doesn't need this next bowl because you only get 2 bowls, but if you knock them all down in the first one, it's a strike. He's going to get his bonus, but we're going to put the dash just to say he didn't use that one. And so we take his total plus the 6 he knocked down plus a 4-point bonus, and he has a total of 15. Now it's my turn. I'm actually forgetting. I think I knocked down 4 in the first bowl, and then I knocked down the last 2 in the second bowl, so I still write spare. So I don't even need to worry about this. My total was 6 plus a 2-point bonus, and that makes 8 plus my 8 from the previous round, giving me a total of 16. And that's all we ended up showing you. You would go ahead and score. You write the totals down here in the last frame, and that's how you're going to score bowling for us. Again, if you're an older student, I recommend looking up how to score bowling traditionally. In fact, you could even, if you make 10 cans, you could do it like you would if you actually went to a bowling alley. All right, have fun with this game, and keep checking out the videos.